YouTube, this is Stephanie coming back with a kind of a life update. It's been a while. I know I haven't updated in forever. So I did have my surgery. Kind of missed doing a post about it, but nothing really exciting. I lost 135 pounds in a year, which obviously that's the most exciting part. Everything else just kind of swimming around swimmingly. So that's great. So I did want to give like a fertility update. I did do separate videos for the different procedures I had. However, they didn't film very well, so I'm just gonna kind of lump it up into this video. I believe the last video I did was my, like, you know, seeing the fertility doctor for the first time. So since then, I have gotten a saline ultrasound and HSG done. So for the saline ultrasound and for the HSG, they had me do back-to-back days for him. And before each procedure, I took 200 milligrams of ibuprofen 30 minutes before the procedure, which I definitely recommend doing. The saline ultrasound, it wasn't very painful if you've had a PAP. The worst part is the speculum. And then also when they put the saline into your uterus, it feels weird. But other than that, it's not really painful. So that cycle that I did the saline, or that I did both of these procedures, I was going to do an IUI. However, on the ultrasound, they found polyps. And they recommended getting them removed before we move on with an IUI. So that's what we ended up deciding on. At that point, I already had taken the Femara, so we just decided to try naturally, just so we wouldn't waste the Femara. And then on the next cycle, we were supposed to get the polyps removed, which didn't happen. But the next day, I had the HSG. Now, the most painful part about that for me was when they sealed off the cervix to put the dye in. The dye itself going through did not hurt. It was crampy, but oh my goodness, when they sealed off the cervix, whoo, it was definitely pretty crampy. But we did get good news on that. Both tubes are clear, so that's great. Now, doing those procedures back-to-back days like that was not fun. My body, it did not like it at all. I cramped for the next day afterwards, and then also TMI. However, they sealed off my cervix. I think they put like a vacuum thing on it. Yeah, it irritated it. It felt swollen for like a day. Just felt so weird. But other than that, that went fine. So like I said, we decided to try on that cycle. Wasn't successful. But that was fine. But then the coronavirus crap happened. And so since that happened, we decided to just do another letrozole or Femara cycle, which just ended. Wasn't successful either, but that's fine. I take it at least as a plus that I ovulated both times, so that's good. But now we are moving on from that. So because I have insurance that covers in vitro fertilization, we decided to move on to IVF. So this cycle we're doing a freeze all cycle, because my clinic, because the virus still going on, they recommend not doing fresh transfers, but that's fine. As long as I can do a frozen one, I'm good. At least there's something that's going on. So cycle day 1 for me was yesterday. I started birth control to kind of get me prepared for the cycle. And then if all goes well, I should start stims on May 3rd. I will be doing Follistim and Menopur, and then eventually adding another injection to prevent me from ovulating early. So seems pretty great. I will have more updates as the cycle progresses. Like I said, I don't start stims until May 3rd. I will have my baseline ultrasound on the 1st. So I will update you then. Fingers crossed this all goes according to plan and we get some frozen embryos out of all this. So I will catch you in my next video.